Hey, welcome to the weekend tune-up. Now, we're going to focus on a classical Hatha yoga practice. And classical Hatha yoga is all about proper exercise. Without a healthy body, you won't have a balanced mind. Proper breathing. We can control our mind and our emotions with proper breathing. And finally, proper relaxation, because after the body makes effort, it should be relaxed and then it is restored. So these are the things that we're going to take into our practice. Let's get started. Really important that the spine is warmed up every time you practice, and the cat-cow is just the best way to do that. So place your hands, your wrists directly under your shoulders. If you have wrist issues, come on onto your knuckles or move your hands slightly forward of your shoulders. Your knees are directly underneath your hips. On an exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, pull your bellies in. On an inhale, curl your toes under, hollow out your lower back. Lift your tail, lengthen through your neck. Exhale, round your spine, warming it up. Tucking your chin, bellies in. Inhale, curl your toes under. Lift your tail, lengthen through your neck. One more time. Exhale. Make this movement smooth and synchronized with your breathing, body-mind working together. And inhale, curl your toes under, hollow out your lower back, lift your tail, and lengthen through your neck. Keep your toes curled under, lift your knees off the floor. So a proper Hatha yoga class focuses on warming up the body, strengthening, and creating flexibility in your joints. Let's lift the hips up now. Keep a micro bend in your knees. This allows you to lengthen your spine. Relax your neck so your ears are aligned with the insides of your arms. And now press the heels towards the floor and feel that beautiful stretch in the backs of your legs, particularly your calves, calf muscles, Achilles tendons, the backs of your knees. Breathing, feeling the stretch, feeling the energy flowing up through the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Let's come back into that hovering neutral cat-cow pose. So your knees are just barely off the floor, strengthening, getting your heart working, feel your muscles working. And then lower your knees to the floor. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes together. Slowly allow your sits bones to move back towards your heels. When you go slowly, you reduce the chances of cramping. Release your torso between your thighs. If your forehead can, allow it to rest comfortably on the floor. If it needs added height, then create a pillow by folding your forearms, one on top of the other, or stack your wrists. And then breathe. This lengthens your spine after working it. Also stretches out the shoulders. Really important. We need to focus on our shoulders. Many of us are getting rounded in the upper backs, rounded, hunched over shoulders from sitting in front of a computer, working with our tablets, our phones. Inhale, come on up. Draw the knees underneath the hips. Curl the toes under. Once again, keep a micro bend in the knee so that you can lengthen your spine. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Let your knees bend. Let your torso rest against your thighs. Let your head hang, the weight of your head, stretching out the cervical vertebra, relaxing the shoulders, letting the arms hang, and then pressing the soles of the feet into the floor. Slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time. keeping your chin tucked into your chest, and your shoulders and arms are hanging, the head being the last thing to come up. Lovely. Once you're all the way up, let's review perfect standing posture. In yoga, we call it Tadasana. It's a very active pose. You're not just standing, you're actually using your muscles in order to create perfect alignment in your body. So to begin with, press the big toe mount, lift your toes off the floor, press your big toe mount into the floor, your baby toe mount, you can feel your foot spreading, and then the center front of your heel. Now lay your toes down gently. Already, your thighs are probably engaging. If not, lift your kneecaps up. As you do this, your pelvic bowl starts to even out so that it's not spilling from the front nor pouring out through the back. You want that level pelvic bowl. Now, lift up at the sternum. As you lift up at the sternum, you lengthen the front of the body, create space, and then inhale, shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, push your shoulders back, bring your shoulder blades together, and then pull your armpits down. Now, this is so active. And let's actually externally rotate our arms by turning our palms outwards. So once you have done that, you can bring your palms back in. Then let your chin float horizontal, parallel to the floor, so it's not up in the air. Your nose isn't up in the air unless you feel like being a snob today. Breathing in, eyes can be opened or closed, fixed on an imaginary horizon. Feel your thighs engaged, feel your feet rooted down, feel your shoulders moving away from your ears and the crown of your head floating up. You are using a myriad of muscles right now to engage and stand as tall, as strong, as firm as the most beautiful mountain in the world. Tadasana, it means mountain. So consider this, when you're standing, hanging around, that you are standing tall, looking good. Not this. Doesn't look good. Okay, sun salutations, still one of the most complete forms of exercise. Let's coordinate the breath as we move through the classic 12 steps of Surya, Namaskar, paying homage to the sun. There is no life on this earth plane without the power of the sun. We pay homage to it now. Inhale in place, exhale, hands in prayer. Step your feet apart, arms up, reach up, look up and arc back. Whatever amount you can. Inhale, bring the feet back together, lift up out of your waist, hinge from your hips, fold forward, fingertips to the floor. If you need to, of course, bend your knees. Otherwise, enjoy the stretch in the backs of your legs, please. Now, step your left leg back and drop the knee to the mat. Bring your shoulders over your hips, hands on your front knee. Inhale, lift that back knee off the floor, press through your heel. Inhale, sweep the arms up, coming into your high crescent lunge. Breathing, turn your hands forward, spread your fingers apart, bring them down to the mat. Take the front leg back, come on into your push-up or plank position. Now it is important to press all your fingers into the floor to engage more of your forearm muscles. Feel your core engaging. If this is difficult on your shoulders or your wrists, bring your knees to the mat, lift your feet off and cross at the ankles. But eventually, barring any injury or pain, this is a great posture to cultivate. It develops upper body strength, which is important for all of us, but especially women, where we may be lacking in it. Holding your weight, engage your core. So pull your bellies in, of course, keep breathing, and then bring your knees to the floor, flatten the tops of your feet so your toes are pointing backwards. Keep your hands where they are. Slowly, once again, draw your buttocks back towards your heels. Release your forearms and elbows onto the mat. Stay nice and low. Now, this next posture although a bit difficult for some of us, is excellent for creating perfect spinal alignment. Slide everything out behind you. Bring your forehead to the floor. Align your fingertips with your shoulders. And then using your nose to push an invisible alley to lengthen your neck. Inhale, lift your head, neck, shoulders, and chest off the floor, coming up into baby cobra. Once again, strengthening the muscles that support and protect the spinal column. This also is rejuvenating for your kidneys and your adrenals. These glands are working 24/7 for us. Let's show them some love. One more inhalation. Up, exhale. Come on all the way down. Curl your toes under. Come on up on your knees. Lift your hips up. Walk your feet a few inches forward. Again, micro bend your knees so that you can press your sits bones towards the back of your mat. Lengthen your spine. Align your ears with your inner arms. Now press your heels towards the mat and breathe. This is an inversion, which means anything below the heart is getting extra blood supply, but it's a highly energizing posture as well. Lift your left leg up in the air. Tilt it over to the right. We're just adding this. Have a look at your foot under your armpit if you can. Take it out back. Look at your left hand. Swing that foot as far forward as you can. Other leg forward. And let your head hang. Uttanasana. Bring your arms beside your ears. Engage your thighs by lifting up on your kneecaps. Pull your bellies in to protect your lower back. Inhale, sweep the arms up, feet apart for balance. Reach up, look up, and arc back. Inhale, feet come together, lift up out of your waist. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, reaching up. Exhale, hands in prayer. Let's do one more round. As I've said before, if you do nothing else but sun salutations, your body will thank you. You'll have lots of energy, flexibility, and strength to move through your day with ease and grace. Inhale, exhale, hands in prayer. Step your feet apart, reach up, look up, arc back. Inhale, bring your feet back together, lift up out of your waist. Exhale, forward fold, let your heads hang. Please give your neck a rest. Take your right leg back, drop the knee to the mat, bring your hands onto your left thigh. You can leave the knee on the floor or lift it off the floor. Straighten your back leg, press through the heel. It is the anchor of your posture. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Now try not to bring your shoulders up. Keep your shoulders down, but be sure you are energizing your arms right up through those fingertips. Turn them forward, your fingers, hands to the mat, front leg back. Come on into your push-up plank position. If you practice this regularly, I promise it will become easier. You'll become stronger, both in your upper body as well as your core. And a lot of our movement is dependent on a strong core. So breathing, feel your core engaging, give yourself a yogic hug, draw your rib cage together in the front. One more breath in, exhale, release the knees, uncurl the toes, flatten the tops of the feet, take your buttocks way back, leaving your hands where they are, and then slowly come forward, bringing chest and chin onto your mat. Again, this is brilliant for maintaining the integral alignment of your spine. Slide everything forward. Align your fingertips with your edges of your shoulders, forehead on the mat. Roll an invisible alley with your nose. On an inhale, lift your head, neck, shoulders, and chest off the floor. We may wish to stay here in baby cobra or push the floor away from you. Come on up into the fuller expression, depending on how your back is feeling today. Be sure your shoulders stay low, away from your ears. Be sure your elbows remain aligned with your wrists, because what wants to happen here is the elbows want to go out and the shoulders want to come up. So keep a bend in the elbows. One more breath in. Exhale. Come on all the way down. Curl the toes under and lift the hips up. Walk your feet a couple of inches forward. Bend your knees. Press your belly onto your thighs. Press your chest towards your knees. Align your ears with your inner arms, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat. Really grip the mat. If you're looking for a new mat, one with great grip is called a B. B as in Bob, B mat. They come in different thicknesses, 3 of them. And then press your heels towards the floor. Having a grippy mat definitely enhances our practice and makes it safer. Lift that right leg off the floor. Lift it up, tip it over, look under your left armpit. Hello, foot. And then bring it back up and swing that foot as far forward as you can. Other leg forward. Let your head hang. Arms beside your ears. Engage your thighs by lifting your kneecaps up. Pull your bellies in to protect the lower back. Inhale, sweeping up, feet apart for balance. Reach up, look up, and arc back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side. Exhale, hands in prayer. So there's our 2 rounds of sun salutations. Let's remain standing to do some of our standing postures. So we're going to strengthen the core in our standing postures, and we're going to do them in good alignment so that you're safe and you develop the strength and the flexibility in the joints that you want to do everything you love doing. That's the point, right? Okay, so come on up to the fronts of your mat. Step your right leg back 1 leg length. Make sure the heel of your front foot creates a straight line through the arch of your back foot. Now, when you bend your front knee, don't let your torso go that way. Keep it straight up and down so that your shoulders directly over your hips. Make sure you can see your big toe inside your knee. Press into the outside of your back foot. This activates your inner thigh adductor muscles. Inhale, sweep the arms up to shoulder height. Look behind you. Make sure the arm behind you is somewhat level with the arm in front. And then let that stretch originate from between your shoulder blades. And breathe. Warrior 2. Strengthening the core, thighs, and legs. Lower your back arm down your back leg. Stretch up into Exalted Warrior. Also known as Peaceful Warrior. Kind of sounds like an oxymoron, right? But you know what? There are things in life that we can, I hate to use the word fight, but work towards peacefully. How about that? Let's work for peace. And then bring your arms back into Warrior 2. Keep your sternum lifted. Bring your forearm onto your front thigh. Take that back arm down, around, slowly, up and over, and then blossom your chest out to the side. Side angle bend, Trikonasana. Breathing. Alrighty, straighten your front leg and then bring your top arm directly above your bottom arm into Trikonasana, triangle pose. This really strengthens the core, strengthens the obliques, the muscles that wrap around your waist. Inhale, come on up. Be your 5-pointed star self. Fold forward halfway. Tabletop your back, tent your fingers on the floor beneath your face. Let's inhale and sweep the left arm up, reaching, stretching, looking up. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh, the adductor muscle, the one you were working. Exhale, float it down. Inhale, sweep the other arm up, reaching up, stretching up, looking up. Hello. Exhale. float it down, and then bend your knees. Inhale, come on up into Goddess. Now, press your elbows back in Goddess, okay? And then open up into Victory. Exhale, bend your arms, cactus arms, goddess arms, whatever you want to call them, and press back. Feel the muscles in the back of your shoulders working. Inhale, come on back into Victory. And one more time, Goddess. Okay. And bring your arms down, and let's pivot and do on the opposite side what we just did. Bend your front knee, look down, see your big toe inside your knee. Don't let your torso go forward, keep it straight up and down. Press into the outside of your back foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Shoulder height, look at your arm behind you, and breathe. Warrior 2. Vera, Vadasana. So Vera means warrior. And then lower your back arm, down your back leg, but send your energy up with your top arm, reaching up, looking up into an exalted, peaceful warrior. Stretch up and come back to Warrior 2. Bring your front forearm onto your front thigh. Take your back arm down, around, over your head. So see the line of energy from the outside foot, back foot, all the way along the body, right along through the arm. Feel that stretch through the waist, rib cage, armpit, right out through your fingertips. Now, inhale, straighten your front leg, and bring that top arm directly above the bottom arm into a nice Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, come on back to center. Release the arms down, bring your feet together. Bend your knees, sit back, chair pose or horseman's pose. Raise the arms up, 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 up. So the weight is in the heels. You should be able to see your toes in front of your knees. Weight is in the heels. You don't want to fall backwards, but you want your weight in your heels. Exhale, forward fold, fingertips to the floor. Inhale, come halfway up, tabletop. So your fingers may be tented on the floor, or you may wish to put them on your shins. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees. Let's do one more. Utkatasana, horseman's pose. Strengthening the thighs, the hips, the glutes. Stretching through the shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Come on down onto your mats. Let's take a bridge pose. So the soles of your feet are flat on the floor with your knees bent. Your heels are lining up with your sits bones. If it's possible, see if you can touch your heel with your middle finger. That's your longest finger. Okay? And that now you know what the distance is. And if you can't, it's not important either. Some of us are born with shorter and or longer arms, longer torsos, etc. Okay? Everybody, let's have our arms beside the body with the palms facing down. Feet are flat on the floor. Knees are bent. Lift your shoulder blades up and tuck them under. Tilt your chin towards the center of your chest. And find yourself in neutral for a moment. So neutral means your lower back is not pressed into the floor, nor do you have a big lumbar curve. You're in a neutral position. So if anyone does Pilates, you know what that neutral position is. Already it's engaging your core. Palms are facing down. Now I want you to press the small of your back into the floor as you tilt your pelvis up, peel your spine off the floor, activating fronts and backs of thighs, but more importantly, is the compression here on the thyroid gland in your throat. The thyroid is the master of your metabolism. A lot of people are walking around with undiagnosed low thyroid action. And yoga, of course, addresses every organ and gland in the body. Bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana, excellent for the thyroid. Because of the micro bend in the back, you're also now rejuvenating and helping to purge any energy that's not needed or is wasteful from your adrenals and your kidneys. And then slowly begin to bring your torso back down onto your mats. Inhale the arms up, straight up beside the body. Exhale, lower them over behind your head. Stretching. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Now, when you do this really slowly, you can feel even your core engaging. Your core is neutral. Your back is neutral, neither pressing into the floor nor is it in the concave rounded position as you slowly bring your arms back down beside your body. Palms are facing down. Let's do one more bridge pose. Tilt the pelvis, press the small of the back into the floor, lift your core up, activate your thighs, bringing straight arms under the body, interlock your fingers so that your knuckles are pointing towards your heels, and then do some rocking from side to side to bring your shoulder blades closer together. This position is awesome for releasing upper back tension and stress and realigning the rounded, hunched over shoulder position that most of us are having to be in when we're using our keyboards, whatever that keyboard looks like. Now, arms flat on the floor. If they're not, you need to separate your hands or hold yourself in bridge, but don't lower your torso on top of your arms unless they are flat on the floor. So go ahead, lower the torso down safely. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, lowering down. One more time, press up. Release the arms, starting from the top of your spine, one vertebra at a time. Bring it all down. Awesome. Bring your knees into your chest, one hand on each knee. Do a little rocking from side to side. We'll just unwind and release any tension that may be lingering in the body. As I said, proper relaxation is important after effort. Extend your left leg down in front. Interlock your fingers 2 inches below your right knee and pull that bent knee in towards your body. Let's mobilize the ankle joint by point flexing, point, flex, point, and flex. Rotate. So this lubricates this very important weight-bearing joint, your ankle. And then with your left hand on the outside of your right knee, draw it across your body and stretch out those hips, thighs, and glutes. You just work them. Let's stretch it out. So I'm reminding you, this is a classic Hatha Yoga tune-up. Inhale, bring the knee back to the center, bring the other knee up, extend the right leg down in front, interlock your fingers around your left kneecap, and let's mobilize the ankle joint on the left, rotating, pointing, flexing, whatever feels good here, practicing mindfully with awareness. And then with your right hand on the outside of your left knee, draw it across your body and breathe into whatever area of the hip, thigh, or glute is holding the tension. Remember, the hip is like our junk drawer. Whatever we don't process in terms of emotions, annoyance, frustration, And listen, you were not bad or wrong. There's all kinds of things that are frustrating and annoying, but a lot of it ends up in our hips. So the beautiful thing about yoga is that you have a chance to release, to let go of all of that crap. All right, bring that knee back to center. Extend the left leg down in front. Bring your arms beside your body. Turn your palms up in the open and receiving position. Stretch your heels away from your buttocks. Tilt your chin towards the center of your chest. Let your body be soft and heavy. Separate the biting surfaces of the teeth. Relax the jaw. Close the eyes. Let it all go. Let everything go. Feel the weight of your body surrendering to the safety of the floor. Visualize the outline of your body, relaxed, symmetrical, calm, and peaceful. Remaining alert with this calm feeling is how we can move through our day after we practice the essentials of the traditional Hatha yoga practice. Don't be in a hurry to get up, but once you do, bend your legs and roll over onto your side. Use your bottom arm as a pillow. Remain in the semi-fetal position for a moment. Take your time. And when you're ready, come on up. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.